Have you ever wondered why your life feels stuck, no matter how hard you try? While you're busy watching others succeed, your own goals are slipping away, silently. But what is the real reason you're not growing is because you're too focused on everyone except yourself. In the next few minutes, we'll reveal the hard truth most people ignore. And once you hear it, you'll never look at success the same way again. Don't blink, because what you're about to discover might just change your life.
When you constantly compare yourself to others, you're setting yourself up for unhappiness. Why? Because you're measuring your life against someone else's highlight reel, not their reality. Social media, success stories, and even casual conversations often show only the best parts of a person's life, the promotions, vacations, and victories, but rarely the struggle, failure, or sacrifice that went into them. Comparison can make you feel like you're not doing enough, not achieving enough, or not being enough. But what you're really doing is giving power to someone else's life over your own. It distracts you from your strengths, your progress, and your own unique journey. Everyone starts in a different place, with different tools, facing different obstacles. Comparing your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20 is not only unfair, it's damaging. Instead of focusing on what others are doing, focus on what you are doing. Appreciate your progress, even if it's slow. Celebrate your small wins. Build a life that makes you proud, not one that looks good to others. Because at the end of the day, joy comes from self-acceptance, growth, and gratitude, not comparison. No two people in this world are exactly the same. We all have different backgrounds, experiences, dreams, and timelines. So why do we so often expect our progress to match someone else's? Just because someone achieved success by a certain age or took a specific path doesn't mean that's the right way, or the only way. Your journey is yours for a reason. The challenges you face, the lessons you learn, the pace at which you grow, they are all part of what makes your story meaningful and powerful. Comparing your path to someone else's is like comparing apples and oranges. It's not only unhelpful, it's unfair. Think about it. A flower doesn't worry about the one blooming next to it. It just grows, in its own time, in its own way. Some people find success early, others blossom later. That doesn't make one better than the other. When you start to honor your journey, you stop feeling like you're falling behind. You begin to realize that every step, even the slow ones, even the setbacks, is leading you somewhere important. Trust your timing. Own your pace. Your journey is not behind or ahead, it's right where it needs to be. When your mind is constantly wandering toward what others are doing, you dilute your own energy and effectiveness. It's like trying to run a race while looking sideways the entire time. You lose speed, direction, and clarity. But the moment you shift your attention back to your own goals, something powerful happens. You become more present, more driven, and more productive. Focusing on yourself allows you to channel your mental, emotional, and physical energy into actions that truly matter to your growth. You start setting better goals, managing your time more effectively, and building the habits that lead to progress. When you're not distracted by envy, competition, or comparison, you have more space for creativity, learning, and meaningful work. You become consistent. You become disciplined. You begin to achieve not because you're rushing to catch up with someone else, but because you're aligned with your own vision and purpose. Success doesn't come from watching others, it comes from doing the work. The deeper your focus on your own path, the more you get done, and the more fulfilled you feel while doing it. Remember, where your focus goes, your energy flows. If you want real progress, keep your focus on yourself. You can't grow if you don't know who you are. True personal development starts when you stop looking outward for answers and begin reflecting inward. Self-awareness means understanding your strengths, weaknesses, triggers, habits, values, and goals, not based on comparison, but based on your own truth. When you focus on others, you start chasing their dreams, copying their choices, and molding yourself into something you're not. That leads to confusion, burnout, and feeling unfulfilled. But when you turn your attention inward, you begin to ask deeper questions. What do I really want? What makes me feel alive? What do I need to work on to become better? This kind of reflection is the foundation of growth. It allows you to set goals that actually matter to you, build habits that match your lifestyle, and make decisions that align with your values, not just trends or external pressure. Self-awareness is like a mirror. The clearer it is, the more accurately you can see what needs improvement and what deserves appreciation. And once you have that clarity, your growth becomes intentional and lasting. You cannot become the best version of yourself by pretending to be someone else. Growth starts with knowing and accepting who you really are. It feels good when people praise you, when your post gets hundreds of likes, or when someone tells you you're doing great. But here's the truth, external validation is fleeting. It comes and goes, often depending on others' opinions, trends, or circumstances you can't control. If your sense of worth depends on being noticed, liked, or approved by others, then you'll constantly be chasing something outside yourself. You'll shape your actions not around what's meaningful to you, but around what will get applause. And when that praise disappears, or never comes, you're left feeling uncertain, empty, or not good enough. But when your self-worth comes from within, when you know who you are, what you're doing, and why it matters, you no longer need the approval of others to feel confident. You become rooted, grounded, unshaken. Internal validation means doing what's right for you, even if no one's watching. It means being proud of your effort, even if it's not perfect. It means making choices based on your values, not just on popularity or recognition. You're not living to impress others. You're living to express your purpose. And when that purpose is clear, validation becomes a bonus, not a necessity. Many people spend their lives trying to gain approval from parents, friends, coworkers, even strangers online. They shape their choices, appearances, and actions to fit what they believe others expect from them. And while external approval might bring momentary comfort, it rarely brings lasting peace. Why? Because deep down, peace doesn't come from being liked, it comes from being true to yourself. When your actions align with your values, beliefs, and goals, you feel a powerful sense of inner calm. You don't feel the need to constantly explain yourself, compare yourself, or prove your worth. You simply are grounded, confident, and in control of your own path. This kind of alignment allows you to make decisions that feel right, even if they're unpopular. It helps you walk away from situations that don't serve you, even if others don't understand. It empowers you to live with integrity, not performance. Approval is based on conditions, alignment is based on authenticity. And authenticity always leads to peace, because it removes the pressure to pretend, impress, or compete. When who you are matches how you live, peace naturally follows. You stop chasing approval, because you've already found acceptance within yourself. Your energy is one of your most valuable resources. How you use it determines the quality of your life, your mindset, your progress, your happiness. And the direction of your energy is guided by your attention. Wherever you focus your thoughts, your time, and your emotions, that's where your energy will naturally flow. When you constantly focus on others, on what they have, how they look, or where they are in life, you start pouring your energy into their world instead of your own. You begin to compare, to compete, to doubt yourself. And slowly, your motivation fades, your confidence weakens, and your goals start to feel distant. But the moment you bring your focus back to yourself, everything changes. You become more intentional with your time. You start improving your habits, refining your goals, and building your life with purpose. That focused energy creates momentum, and momentum creates results. It's not selfish to focus on yourself. It's necessary. Because you cannot grow, succeed, or thrive if you're constantly distracted by someone else's path. Attention is power, and you get to choose where to place it. Want to level up your life? Start by placing your attention where it belongs, on your growth, your goals, and your journey. In today's fast-paced world, it's easy to fall into the trap of treating life like a race, believing that success is limited, and that if someone else wins, it must mean you've lost. But that's not how success works. There is no finish line, and there's room for everyone to win. Success is not a trophy that only one person can hold. It's a deeply personal experience, defined by your own values, goals, and dreams. What looks like success for someone else, maybe wealth, fame, or a certain lifestyle, might not bring you joy at all. That's why comparing your journey to someone else's can leave you feeling like a failure, even when you're actually making meaningful progress. When you view life as a competition, you waste time measuring and watching others instead of investing in your own path. You might even begin to resent other people's achievements, forgetting that their success doesn't diminish yours. In fact, someone else's success can be proof that it's possible for you, too. The truth is, you are only in competition with your past self. Your job is to keep growing, keep learning, and keep moving forward at your own pace, for your own reasons. Success isn't about beating others. It's about becoming the best version of yourself, and that's a game only you can win. Easy to fall into the trap of chasing goals that look impressive from the outside, goals that society, family, or social media tells you are important. Maybe it's making a certain amount of money, looking a certain way, or achieving a specific status. But if those goals aren't truly aligned with your values, passions, or purpose, reaching them will feel hollow. That's why your personal goals matter more than anyone else's expectations. When you focus on what genuinely fulfills you, what excites you, challenges you, and makes you feel alive, you tap into a deeper kind of motivation. You stop doing things just to check boxes or gain approval, and you start building a life that feels meaningful. Chasing someone else's dream might take you far, but it won't take you where you're meant to be. Only your own goals can do that. And the clearer you are about what you want, the easier it is to say no to distractions, comparisons, and empty pursuits. Your goals don't have to impress anyone, they just have to inspire you. Whether it's building a business, learning a skill, improving your health, or simply finding peace, what matters is that it matters to you. Live with purpose, not pressure. Follow your path, not someone else's footsteps. Your personal goals are your compass, trust them. When we focus too much on others, especially their achievements, success, or advantages, it's easy to let resentment creep in. We start to feel bitter. Why not me? Why do they have it easier? Why am I always behind? But bitterness doesn't build anything, it blocks it. It clouds your judgment, poisons your motivation, and keeps you stuck in negativity. Instead, choose to be better, not bitter. Use the success of others as a source of inspiration, not irritation. Let their journey show you what's possible instead of what you're lacking. Every time you feel jealousy or frustration creeping in, pause and ask yourself, how can I use this feeling to fuel my own growth? That mindset shift, from comparison to curiosity, turns bitterness into a powerful motivator. You don't grow by tearing others down or by feeling bad about where you are. You grow by learning, improving, and staying focused on your own path. No one else's journey can replace yours, and no one else's success can block yours, unless you let it. Being better means committing to growth. Bitterness means staying stuck in blame. Choose better. Every single day, work on yourself. Not because you're in competition with anyone else, but because you deserve to become everything you're capable of being. Progress, not poison. Growth, not grudges. Be better, not bitter. In a world that constantly tries to pull your attention in every direction, choosing to focus on yourself is an act of strength. It's not selfish, it's necessary. Because the truth is, your greatest potential won't be found by watching others. It will be discovered in the quiet moments of discipline, reflection, and action that are focused on your own journey. Let go of comparison. Release the need for outside approval. Stop measuring your progress against someone else's pace. Instead, look inward. Build habits that serve your future. Set goals that ignite your passion. Grow at your own speed. The more you focus on yourself, the less distracted you become, and the more unstoppable you become. So, keep your eyes on your path. Walk it with confidence. And remember, the best investment you'll ever make is in yourself.